Hello, friends. Today I am here with another New Year's menu. This time, I tried to put together an inexpensive New Year's table for a small or maybe a large company. It all depends on your appetites. There will be fish, chicken, and vegetables here. I'll say right away that, of course, everyone has a different budget, and we live with you in different regions and countries. So prices can vary. And one more thing, I know that many of you can't imagine your table without herring under a fur coat or olivier. But you didn't come here for these recipes, did you? So there won't be any of these salads. But there will be a lot of other interesting things. But before we start, I want to remind you that there is a New Year's playlist where you will find a lot of New Year's dishes. Check the description for a link and my Instagram. I'll see you all there. You'll also find the ingredients in the description. Well, let's start cooking. We'll start with a Korean carrot salad. Of course, you can buy this carrot in the store, but I love homemade, so let's prepare it ourselves. We make Korean carrots in advance before assembling the salad. I pour vegetable oil into a skillet, add spices and onion. We will cook until the onion is ready. Spices will better reveal their aroma when heated. The carrot was grated on a grater. I add salt, sugar, and mix. I add garlic, pour hot oil with onion, and finally add 9% vinegar. I diluted it with 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 1.5 spoons of water. I mix it well, cover it with a lid, and put it in the refrigerator for the whole night. Now let's prepare a spicy salad with radish in Korean style. Mix the radish, dill. I cut it into brushes, cucumber, grated cheese. To make the dressing, mix sour cream, mustard, salt, and garlic. Optionally, add a teaspoon of lemon juice. Mix well and the salad is ready. Now, let's prepare the chicken. I decided to take a thigh because it's cheaper. I'll take the knives for the salad. I'll take the fillet for the hot. I won't use the rest of the video, but here's a little tip for you. Cook chicken bouillon from the carcass on the morning of January 1st. I pour hot water over the knives and set them to cook until ready. I'll throw the beans into the garbage and rinse them with water. Mix the chicken, beans, tomatoes, onion, and vegetable oil. The salad is ready. Before serving, top with croutons and serve at the table. Now, a simple but very tasty salad with herring, boiled potatoes, and peas. I cut the boiled potatoes into cubes, add the chopped herring, peas, green onions. You can, of course, replace it with regular onions, oil, and salt. I mix it up and it's ready. Now let's move on to the snacks. I pour water into the pot, add a bay leaf, allspice, and salt. I bring the marinade to a boil. I pour mushrooms into the marinade, bring it to a boil, and cook for 10 minutes. While we prepare the frying oil, we add herbs, pepper, and crushed garlic to the oil. I added red pepper. Now, transfer the mushrooms into the marinating bowl. We do not pour out the marinade. We add fried oil, stir it, and pour the marinade so that it covers the mushrooms. Leave it to marinate for at least 3 to 4 hours, better overnight. And here, such amazing mushrooms are ready. Pancake cake, a delicious, satisfying, and affordable snack in cake form. The filling can vary. With no budget limits, using red fish and caviar would be delicious. I pour a little warm milk into the bowl, break eggs there, add salt and sugar. I love when pancakes with a savory filling are slightly sweet. Stir, and now I will gradually sift the flour and mix the dough. Add the remaining milk in parts. And in the end, we pour in odorless vegetable oil. Leave the dough for 15 minutes at room temperature. Then bake on a preheated skillet until done. Let's prepare the filling. On a skillet with a small amount of oil, fry the onions and mushrooms until done. Add salt and pepper to taste. Let's assemble our snack cake. I line the mold with cling film. First, I lay out the pancakes, overlapping them on the sides of the mold, while part of the pancakes form the bottom of our cake. Then I put another pancake on the bottom and smear it with cream cheese. On top, I lay out the mushrooms with onions. Now the next pancake, and so on until the filling for the pancakes runs out. I cover it on top with the last pancake. I also fold the edges of the pancake, cover everything with a food film, and put it in the refrigerator. This cake needs to be made in the evening. Then, before serving, I remove the food film and flip our snack cake, removing the mold. Decorate as desired. It turned out to be so chic in the cut. Mint in the glaze. This snack is tasty, both cold and hot. It's better to prepare it on the day and serve it. I took already prepared mint fillet, but it will be much cheaper to cut the fish yourself. I thawed the fish in advance. For the batter, mix 2 eggs, add flour, stir until it's a homogeneous mass, without lumps, salt, pepper to taste. At the very end, add sour cream. You can replace it with mayonnaise and mix it well. Our broth is ready. We pour in the oil and let it heat up nicely. We dip the pieces of mince into the broth and fry them over high heat until golden brown. I suggest serving it on a dish with sauce. For the sauce, I'll take sour cream, garlic. I'll make it dry. You can with fresh, of course. I'm adding salt. Also next to the sauce, I'll put cucumbers and carrots. I've cut them into slices. All that's left is to put the fish, sprinkle it with herbs, and such a beautiful dish is ready. Snacks made from puff pastry. I also took puff pastry at the store. I will make canapes and sticks of puff pastry. I have a few products left. Cheese, sausage, cucumbers. Don't waste good food. Make canapes with them. I'll take 1 sheet of puff pastry that I previously thawed, divide it in half, roll out one part, sprinkle it with cheese on one side, and cover it with the other. I roll it out further and cut it into strips. I twist each strip and the cheese sticks are almost ready. Of course, you can brush the top with egg and sprinkle with cumin. I roll out the second half, cut it into squares. This will be the base for the canapes. I bake it in a 180 degrees Fahrenheit oven for 15 minutes. For the canapes, I'll use sausage, cheese, herring, and vegetables. You can also take additional grapes, greens. I didn't use all the products that were left from the shopping. Please understand and forgive. It's only December, and we as a family have been consuming New Year's content for the 2nd month. I think the idea is clear. We shouldn't waste products. We use everything to the last. Let's move on to the hot dish. For me, it will be chicken skewers and very tasty potatoes. We marinate the chicken breast, which is what was left from earlier. I cut the breast into thin strips, add lemon juice, soy sauce, vegetable oil, sugar, garlic to taste, pepper, and mix. I leave it to marinate for 30 minutes. While the chicken is marinating, I cleaned the potatoes and put them to boil. After boiling, I cook for 10 minutes. Now I'm skewering the chicken. I pre-soaked the skewers in water for about half an hour. You can sprinkle the shashlik with cumin on top. I drained the water from the potatoes, transferred them to a mold, slightly pressed the potatoes, poured oil over them, sprinkled with garlic and salt. I'm sending both the shashlik and the potatoes to the oven at 200 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. I periodically turn the shashlik so that they are browned on both sides. Juicy shashlik and incredibly tender and tasty potatoes are ready. I'm preparing dessert. I decided to make something without flour this time. This will be a mandarin panna cotta. I have 400 milliliters left from a liter of milk. I will use them. I will soak the gelatin in advance, both for the layer with milk and for the layer with mandarin juice. I add sugar to the milk and put it on the fire. Bring it to a boil, but it is not necessary to boil. Now I will melt the gelatin in the microwave for 30 seconds. Introduce it into the milk, stirring well. I distribute it into molds. I have such small ones. This amount is enough for 5 such. I leave it in the refrigerator for 1 hour. The layer should set. I will squeeze juice out of the tangerines and heat it up to a hot state. I add sugar and gelatin dissolved in the microwave to the juice. I stir it and pour the tangerine layer over the milk one. I let it set for 1 hour in the refrigerator and garnish with tangerine slices. And so, such a beautiful table turned out. How do you like today's menu? Do you consider it to be inexpensive, budget-friendly? I think that in any case, you will definitely find something for yourself. I remind you that you can find the recipes in the description under the video. That's all from me for today. This was Sasha. Bye-bye.